Yes, combine like terms. So this is 8.2, operations with functions. We're starting off by adding the g function and the f function. And to do that, we're just rewriting the first function, bringing down that operation, and then rewriting the second function. And then that next step, since the addition sign doesn't actually have an impact on the negative 4x or the plus 1, we can just combine. So x squared plus 2 minus 4x plus 1. And then combining like terms, we combine the 2 and the 1. We get 3. So then we want to write our final answer in standard form, which means descending order according to the exponents, or the degree. So x squared, and then minus 4x, and then the 2 and the 1 makes 3. And that is your answer. Number 2. So number 2, we see we have our g function and our h function, and now we're subtracting the 2. So we're going to rewrite this as n cubed plus 4n squared, because these are my directions right here. They tell me what to do with those two functions. It says find g of n minus h of n. So that's why I wrote the g function first, and then I'm going to write a minus sign, and then I'm going to write parentheses n plus 4, the h function. So parentheses, we need parentheses whenever we're subtracting. Okay, because that minus sign is going to get distributed to both the n and the 4. So write that as n cubed plus 4n squared minus n minus 4. And actually, there are no like terms, so that is my final answer. Next, we'll take a look at the back. Take a look at a couple questions on the back. They get a little bit longer. Same rules apply. Number 11. We have our two functions, and then we have our instructions. Find g of n plus h of n. So I write my 4n plus 1. Operation is a plus sign, so I add h of n, which is n cubed plus 2 plus 2n. Combine like terms. Got a 4n and a 2n. I've got a 1 and a 2. I look for my highest degree variable, which is n cubed. I'm going to write that first. I'm going to combine my 4n and 2n and get 6n. Good. And then my 1 and my 2, 3. Let's do one more. We'll do number 13. So here's my instructions. Find h of n minus g of n. You want to pay close attention to that operation in here. So h of n says n squared plus 1 minus n. And then minus, whenever I use a minus, I have to include what? Parentheses, yes. So parentheses negative 2n plus 3. And now I rewrite, but distribute my minus sign. So I'm going to have n squared plus 1 minus n minus negative 2n, which means plus 2n. Minus a negative becomes a plus. And then minus 3. Now I just combine my like terms. I've got a 1 and a negative 3. I've got a negative n and a 2n. Start things off by bringing down my highest degree variable, which is n squared. A minus n and a plus 2n. Just n, good. So it's going to be plus n And then plus 1 minus 3, that's going to be a minus 2. And that's your answer. So you can go ahead and practice the rest of these questions on your own.